All right, Mike, where's X this week? He was obviously here last week, now he's gone.
Oh yeah, he is missing, isn't he? Well, obviously we stayed at the hotel after War for Territory, but since his fluke win, victory, whatever you want to call it, he decided he could take off whenever he wants.
Well, that seems just a little arrogant, don't you think?
Well, you know X.
Yeah, I do, and X isn't arrogant.
Well, success goes to some guy's head.
Obviously.
You better watch it.
Whatever. We don't want to ruin the events of War for Territory for all you people out there. In fact, let's take a break right now. We come back, you won't believe your eyes at the results of War for Territory 4.
A break already? We just got here.
The Blair County Convention Center saw the event of the year as every aspect of AON came to a head at the fourth installment of War for Territory. Things kicked off with all four executives and their hand-picked wrestler representative in the ring. Whoever won the fatal four-way main event would get full control of AON, and the wrestler would become the PA champion. Samantha Sanders started off by thanking the crowd and assuring them that AON would stay the straight and narrow under her ownership. AC Norway decided that it was his turn to talk and claimed that Bam Bam Hassel would be the one to bring him the full ownership. Then Otis P. Hellenbach cut him off and began spewing his claim for James Ford. Kes Edison finally had enough and he took the mic. But before he could confront Randall Fairway for abandoning Project 13, Shane Malice asked for the mic and told Randall that he wasn't holding a grudge and that he still respected Randall. When Kes finally got the mic back, he got in Randall's face and went so far as to push the former PA champion. Well, Randall pushed back and knocked Kes to the mat, which didn't sit well, and set up a huge main event.
After Adam Nostikov viciously attacked Psycho Fusion in Evansburg, Psycho requested a match against the cartel member. This match was brutal, physical, and very, very personal. Both men showed the capacity crowd in attendance why AON is the greatest live experience anywhere by beating the crap out of each other. Whether it was through the air, using weapons, or just good old-fashioned fisticuffs, these two took it to each other, but eventually Psycho Fusion got the win.
Showing you why you never know what can happen in the AON, the Hassel brothers were added at the last minute to the Tag Team Championship match, making it a triple threat. 3 of the top tag teams squared off as action spilled out everywhere. When you have 3 great teams like these, this is the kind of action you get. But when it was all said and done, the Psychotic Assassin team of Ryan Fear and Manchild won the tag team titles for the second time.
A War for Territory tradition, the Battle Royal. The best way to highlight this match is to just show you how cool it really is to see just about everyone on the roster battling out for a shot at the PA title in Autumn Massacre coming in October. Of course, there are always surprise entrants in Rumbles, and this year had 3. First, Bobby Frapples came out and seduced C4, but for Bobby's troubles, she got the Angel Wings 2.0. The second, and in my opinion, biggest surprise came in the form of our own X-Man, and I do mean biggest surprise. I thought he'd last about 3 seconds, but lo and behold, he held his own. Don't believe me? Look. Yeah, kind of impressive. Almost. I mean, talk for 10 minutes. We also saw the return of the recently incarcerated OFT, and the final surprise of the night was the entrant, Eric the Red. We have no idea who this guy is, but the way he talks, I'm sure we'll hear something soon. Anyway, it came down to Black Lightning, John McGraw, the Man-Child, and yes, the X-Man. Man-Child dumped John McGraw over the ropes, and when Lightning charged next, he ducked and Lightning flew over the ropes. This left the X-Man and Man-Child. X, for once in his life, thought quickly. Yes, apparently that can happen. And had his bag thrown to him to retrieve a giant chocolate bar and tossed it over the top rope. Man-Child followed, eliminating himself and giving X the win and a PA title shot at Autumn Massacre.
Well, after all that excitement, we had a 4 corners match between C4 and Zach Rain. Now, when you're tied to your opponent, you're not going to really have an advantage one way or the other, but these guys put on one heck of a show. Zach even got the crowd involved. But the brute that is C4 used his size and strength to overpower Zach. But the visionary speed won out, as he was the first to touch all 4 turnbuckles and get the win.
This match was billed as the grudge match, and it did not disappoint. AC Norway, who was the special guest referee, banned all cartel members from ringside to make it a fair fight. However, the bro, Chris Chambers, came to ringside announcing himself as the new concierge for Colin Blair. Well, ISP and Blair didn't mix words as they got right into it. These guys showed a true hate for one another and attained match of the night status with action like this. One of the strangest things in AON history occurred as the crowd began to cheer for ISP and even got an ISP chant going. It looked as if Colin Blair had the match won when he attempted a 680 off the top turnbuckle but landed wrong. And ISP quickly took advantage of the situation by dropping a huge elbow from the top turnbuckle and went for the final cover. So he thought. AC got to 2 and suddenly stopped. Colin warned he had something up his sleeve, and AC showed his true allegiance. ISP got up and knocked out one of the current owners of AON. And then, I still can't believe this, ISP made a signal which brought another owner to the ring, Kes Edison. Kes arrived with a chair that ISP used to smash Colin with, and then Kes made the 3 count for ISP, and presented ISP with a Project 13 shirt, showing that ISP jumped ship and took Randall Fairway's spot in the project. More on that shortly.
The Triple Threat TV title match had been hyped by everyone involved. Okay, mostly Black Lightning. But regardless, the biggest TV title match in history started with a bang. Anyone who thought Lightning and McGraw would show any friendship thought wrong. It was every man for himself as the newest title in AON was fought for intensely. Eventually, Black Lightning was Black Lightning and managed to become the first 2-time TV champion in AON history and received a brand new belt as well.
The match for the love of Bobby Frapples. Well, not really. More like the jealousy of Marcus Cage towards the crush of Bobby Frapples on Justin Starr. We saw the AON's resident MMA fighter get a measure of revenge on Starr. These guys went back and forth, Starr through the air, Cage on the ground. And in a very surprising turn of events, Cage got the victory over Star, which led to this.
And now, Miss Frapples, the most beautiful woman I've ever known, with you getting cancer and all, I really don't know how much time we have to be together, so I don't want to waste any, okay? Miss Frapples, will you please make this nomad stop his roaming ways and say you'll marry me?
Marcus, I can't. But I'm pregnant. What? I can't marry you, I'm sorry. I don't know who the father is. It could be anybody in the pack.
You know what? I'm not even going to comment on that, all right? We'll get to that another time.
In the final match of the night, we saw the ownership and PA champion decided in one fell swoop. As most of the roster looked on, we saw 4 of the top superstars in AON battle it out in a 4-way style matchup. Each man would take control throughout this match, and when that happened, they showed why they were handpicked for this match. Eventually, after 2 huge moves knocked out both James Ford and Bam Bam, it came down to Randall Fairway and Shane Malice. The former Project 13 members and friends put that all aside, and at one point looked like Shane was about to have Randall tap out when it happened. Cass Edison became so excited, yelling, "You're gonna do it, Shane! You're gonna do it!" and jumped up on the apron. Shane broke the hold just as Randall was tapping and asked Cass what was going on. At that point, ISP appeared out of nowhere and dropped Shane with a super kick, to which Randall got the 3 count and the win. Well, obviously, Cass appeared devastated as Samantha Sanders made her way into the ring with a PA title and a microphone to announce the PA champion was Randall Fairway and her as 100% sole owner of AON. But Cass's shock turned to maniacal laughter as he climbed into the ring.
I knew it! Best wrestling!
You know nothing. You see, you don't walk into a match with somebody like a man who has a 3rd larger brain. It's science. You chose Randall Fairway. Randall Fairway's contract. He's under contract to me. You chose a wrestler that you didn't have control over. So guess what?
You look at this,
I win.
No, you don't. I did.
Bye-bye.
It was at that point Cass exclaimed, "That?"
Hey, Zach, the project's over. The operation has begun.
And introduced the new controlling group in the AON, Operation 13.
TV's Mike Edwards here. As host of the Rundown, I'm literally living my dream. Being involved with AON professional wrestling is my absolute dream job, and I love every minute of it. But I'm here to tell you that if being involved in the fastest growing sports entertainment company in the region is something you might want to do, then I'm going to tell you how. Whether you want to be a wrestler, a manager, or even a referee, then you need to do a few things. Call 619-5606 or 693-9111, or you can email us at rundown@aonwrestling.com. I'm living my dream. If you want to live yours, call today. But you're not hosting this show. Welcome back to the AON Rundown, and we're glad you're joining us on this glorious, this beautiful, this wonderful Cass Edison owned AON Day.
Somebody's been drinking the Kool-Aid.
No, I don't like that purple stuff. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Well, it's time for a new segment here on the Rundown. We're calling it Thoughts and Analysis.
Oh, well, I guess they're back.
Well, first up, new tag team champions, the Psychotic Assassins.
Well, I mean, I picked them to win, so they won. Good job. Now Maximus is back at Freegan's with them, putting them back in their cells, their little padded rooms.
Well, here's the thing. Fear and Manchild have been very dominant with the Psychotic Assassins, but the Psychotic Assassins are actually 3 individuals.
Well, I mean, as much as I make fun of them, yes, they are very dominant. The childlike mentality of Manchild, the questionable persona of Ryan Fear, and the walking PSA managing those two, I'm surprised that
No, wait a minute.
meshes.
You're forgetting one person. Psycho Fusion.
Oh yeah, there is a third or a fourth. You're right.
And, well, apparently there's I think there's a little dissension, maybe
Actually,
a little...
technically 5 because there's 2 psychos running around somewhere. It's just nice to see the real psycho show
It's
up.
just one psycho, Mike.
Let's get to the promo.
Dude, guys, I told you we were gonna make it. I told you guys were going to make the titles this week. War for Territory, man, it was all you guys. It was all you guys. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe we won the tag titles. You know what I'm saying? I just can't believe it. Psycho, there you are. Look, man. Look. I know we won the tag titles and everything, but look, listen. You need to calm down. I don't know what happened out there. You just need to calm. Now, if you're calm enough, I got one of these for you. This should take care of you. Okay? Okay? We cool? We cool now? Come on. Talk to me.
I'm tired of the pills. I'm the one that carried this team. Ever since they won the tag titles, it's all about them.
Psycho, come on.
I won tonight too.
Psycho, just calm down. I understand, okay? I know you won. I know, but these pills aren't here to just medicate you, okay? Listen to you. You're like a time bomb. You're going off. Okay? These pills are here to calm you down.
No, them pills you give me so you can walk all over me. Make me carry this team. Have them walking around with gold.
No!
I'm sick and tired of being your slave. I'm moving on to bigger and better things, and I don't need you, and I don't need them.
No, you calm down. Psycho!
I don't think I've ever seen Psycho Fusion that angry, to be perfectly honest.
Not since Randall was kidnapped.
I know.
I wonder who was responsible.
Who was responsible? Oh,
Well,
yeah. Anyway,
next topic.
yeah, let's move
That
on.
Battle Royal and that improbable winner.
The X-Man.
The X-Men gets a title shot at Autumn Massacre.
First,
Now, before we get to that, let's at least look at some of the big stories that came out of it.
All right.
First of all, the number 5, number 6, something like that, an early entrant was a mystery entrant, Bobby Frapples,
what? Yeah,
and she. I'm sorry.
Bobby.
Well, anyway, Bobby got Angel Wings 2.0 for her troubles for being in that battle. She had no place being in. She saw Nomad try to figure.
Lost her wig.
And C4 kind of brushed the Nomad off like a little flea,
Well, C4 eliminated himself.
which very intelligent. He had a match with Zack Rainlighter. Hey, guy's smart. He's saving himself for that big strap match.
Well, not only that, we had some heavy hitters in there, some big contenders. You're talking your John McGraw's, your Biff Blackstones, the rookie, who was quite impressive, I must say.
And Biff, one of the few guys able to look eye to eye with John McGraw. When those two confronted each other in that Battle Royal, they didn't really have a chance to really mix up, but man, you could just see there's something that could be an incredible matchup someday.
And Black Lightning, who was a little, yeah.
Mr. ABC 23, the Sultan of Satellite,
The Sultan of getting...
King of Cable,
Yeah,
the Director of Dish.
Are you done?
I just made that up.
Yeah, well, he was looking more like, like a spot on an ink blot because X kind of, squashed him.
Well, he was confused. He didn't know what to do with X. X is not a trained wrestler, and you still can't wrestle.
Well, here's the thing. How did the X-Man get in the Rumble match to begin with?
Money. He paid his way in, of course.
He doesn't have any money.
That's why, because he paid to get in that Rumble match. He's not even collecting a paycheck from us anymore. He owes so much money to the company. They didn't think he was going to win. He put him in as a joke.
And Eric the Red? Who is this guy?
I thought you invited him.
I didn't invite him.
He walked around the ring for a couple minutes. He got in there and he
slapping guys around.
Slapping the X-Man. And X-Man gave him a little bit of a payback. I was surprised at that, but
Yeah.
And
X takes a piece of chocolate out of the ring, tosses it over the top rope. Man-Child goes over the top, boom. X-Man is your #1 contender at Autumn Massacre for the PA Heavyweight title against, we'll get into that here in just a minute.
He doesn't even thank me.
Thank you.
We saw that video. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have been in that Rumble.
No. I'm the one that gave him the bag. If I wouldn't have given him the bag, he would have... Never mind. Let's just move on. The biggest topic, not only for War for Territory 4, but the biggest topic of the year, the War for Territory main event.
Well, let's just start off, first of all, it was a 4-way match for control of AON. Winner's rep gets the title. Winner's rep gets all of AON. 100% complete control, no questions asked.
And of course, the wrestler who won got the PA Heavyweight Championship.
Now, it was a great match with Shane going in the champion, backed by Project 13 member Cass Edison.
At the time, yes.
Randall Fairway, backed by GM Samantha Sanders.
And of course, we also had AC Norway representing Bam Bam Hassel.
Switch that. Bam Bam representing AC.
Why don't you finish up
All
then,
right.
if you know
And
this.
Cousin Otis handpicked James Ford for that matchup. Now, the action, it was all over the place. It was on the floor. It was right in front of us on the floor. Shane with that springboard moonsault on all 3 men on the floor. Unbelievable. Just an amazing matchup. There's so much action that happened in that match. I can't even describe the rest of it.
Well, it was difficult just trying to keep up with all of it. You had 4 guys in the ring giving it their all. Finally, it just came down.
4 owners just to our left, walking back and forth like
holy crap.
a bunch of them like a bunch of little hens, just. And Kess, of course, he was in firm control and shut them all up.
Right. Anyway, it came down to Shane and Randall, and a little interference with a certain, Israel Sharif Fakour, which I thought was Samantha Sanders doing. However...
And he was wearing the Project shirt earlier, just like you.
However, it seems that, no, Samantha Sanders didn't have anything to do with that. However, Cass Edison... Yeah, he may have. ISP and Cass bonding together to form, and Randall Fairway as well, to form, not this.
Let's face it, folks. Shane and Zach, you were focusing too much on the fans and trying to kiss up and suck up to the sycophants out there when you didn't see the real vision of Project 13. You lost your direction, guys.
What?
When all the fans are wearing these and like, yay, Shane, yay, Zach. Guess who had the vision? Guess who it was? It wasn't this Project 13 garbage.
No, hang on.
It wasn't any of that. Who was it that had the vision? Who was it that had the vision?
Here we go.
Right there.
Michael Myers.
That's what it's all about. The operation is going to be a success.
Operation
Like it or not.
Operation 13. Cass
I never want to see
Edison,
that thing again.
Israel Sharif Fakour, Randall Fairway. I don't get it. ISP and Cass, they were bitter enemies 1 year ago at War for Territory 3.
Well, sometimes in the heat of battle, yes, you don't like each other very much. But let's face it, over the years...
You dusted the mothballs off of that one, didn't you?
That's right, because I don't want anything to do with that project and sucking up to them anymore. That's what fans...
We're on television, look a little neat.
But let's face it, you go against each other so many times. There are a couple things that are going to happen. And in this case, a deep mutual respect for one another happened. That's why ISP joined. ISP saw the vision, saw the greater vision, and was like, wait a minute. There is power in numbers.
Yeah, but Edwards, Randall Fairway and ISP even, they destroyed each other in a champ versus champ match, not even a year ago.
That was a great match. It saw the table being busted and everything. They fought all over the Pasquarello Center. But you know what? Once again, when you have an enemy and you know each other so well, what happens? Sometimes you get a little mutual respect for one another.
All right, well,
we've never really seen Randall and ISP mix it up since then. There's never been really any confrontation, so why would you think they would hate each other? They had one match. And in the heat of battle, it doesn't matter. You're going to destroy each other. It was for pride.
All right, well, you're friends with Cass Edison. What
He told me
happened?
to ring with you, and I'm going to destroy you to try and make myself look better.
Does he ever shut up?
No.
Swear to God. No. You know Cass rather well, apparently.
Very well.
What about Emily Carmichael? Where's she going to fit into this? Is she cartel? Is she Operation 13? Is she somewhere in the middle? Or is she completely gone?
No, obviously. I mean, she's smart. She's going to join up. It was all part of the plan. Don't you get it? I get it now. You kidnapped me.
Yeah.
I get it. It was for the greater good. ISP, Cass, bravo. I
All right.
understand. I get it now.
Now, what's going to happen with the cartel? I mean, obviously, ISP is out. AC has no power. Is it gone just like Project 13?
We can only hope. I'm getting tired of a bunch of foreigners walking around like they own the place and think they're so great.
All right, well.
And, Mr. Nostikov, I hope he's gone. I'm getting tired of...
No, he just needs to put some pants on.
Anyway, I mean, in AC, does anybody really care about AC? He's going to go back and he's going to cook some chicken.
I like the chicken.
Maybe he's going to cater our next event. Well, anyway, like I said on the official Mike Edwards Facebook page, we have had more questions than answers after War for Territory than we did coming out of last year's War for Territory. And Drew, just to keep track of things, this is the second year in a row that someone has been fired at War for Territory. Last year, Kes fired, ironically, ISP, then known as Israel St. Patrick.
All right, well, who got fired this time?
Samantha Sanders. Kes, what'd he say?
No.
Wait, come on. She got fired. We don't need a GM. We got 100% control.
He didn't officially fire her. I mean, he did say, bye-bye. And
any way you want.
basically sent her away. But as far as I know, there hasn't been a press release. There hasn't been like a, wish you well in your future endeavors type thing. I mean...
Well, as far as I know, you don't need a press release to fire someone. Good riddance.
Yeah.
We didn't really need to begin with. Cartel did the work for you.
Now
The
that-
ISP is a genius.
Back off, okay? I know she's upset about this whole thing, but she may have something up her sleeve. You never know. Anyways, Autumn Massacre is coming up, upon us, and I'm hoping we're going to get some answers to these questions. And I'm certain we'll hear from the newly formed Operation 13. Let's face it, Kes seemed quite happy with himself, and with that ego, I mean, I'm sure he's not done talking.
He has every right to talk and be proud of that. The guy's a genius, and he surrounds himself with the best people.
And you.
What?
Nothing. When we come back, thoughts on War for Territory.
Best. Undefeated 2 years in a row. War for Territory picks.
Say, do you want to have AON come to your area and put on one of our amazing live shows? Well, it's easy. It's using your phone or your computer. See, all you have to do is call 814-693-9111 or email rundown@aonwrestling.com. Contact us and we'll bring the amazing action that is AON Wrestling right to your hometown. Seriously, we've been to Clearfield, Roaring Spring, Evansburg, Williamsburg, only because you, the fans, have asked us. So again, call 814-693-9111 or email us at rundown@aonwrestling.com right now.
Oh, what a fantastic day right here in AON.
Well,
That just looks
yeah, I suppose,
extra great today.
I suppose we didn't see that coming.
What do you mean suppose? Nobody saw anything coming. I mean, Cass is my friend and he didn't tell me anything about it. He's definitely not friends with you and couldn't think of it. Really neither am I.
Actually, you're right, Edwards. You're totally right. Nobody saw it. I never saw it coming. Anyway, I will give Kes credit. He's got the smarts. He's got the know-how. He outsmarted everyone, especially Samantha Sanders.
And they're all fired.
Nobody has been officially fired yet, okay? I mean, Kes has been strangely quiet, tight-lipped about their fates, but, he hasn't made anything official. I mean, he's been very vocal on Facebook, but other than that...
Oh no, people have been fired. Wait until you hear this list. These are some real payroll wasters.
Who got fired?
Otis's corporate bartender.
Ooh, no more Jack.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Axe. Some worthless HR people, probably somebody signs your check.
They're all pretty much
And
worthless.
even AC's
Wait, what?
personal assistant, Terrence.
Yeah, AC was pretty upset about him firing Terrence. I mean, who's going to pick up his dry cleaning and drive him around now?
Yeah, refill all the napkin holders.
To make the chicken. Anyways, to wrap up, Edwards, final thoughts on War for Territory 4.
If you missed this show, what is wrong with you? I mean, you'll turn out to see the free show at Thunder in the Valley, but this one, you should have been there. Unbelievable, worth the price of admission.
My friend Albert Miller plunked down his money to come see this. Never seen an AON show live before. He came, he saw, he's coming back.
Name dropper.
It's my buddy Albert.
Kiss it up to the sycophants.
Got me my apartment. Gotta love the guy. Comes out and supports AON. You guys need to as well. The next show's coming up. You're gonna see, well, the aftermath of War for Territory 4. You gotta check this stuff out. Check us out when we're in your area.
One of the few times he's actually right.
Well, it's just about time for Project Fitness, or
All those guys.
I don't know if they're gonna rename it Operation Fitness, but that's up to the folks over at Go Time. Next week, I hope X is back.
I don't.
And, well, I do. And we're going to take a look at a couple of matches from last Saturday's huge event. And Mike, I don't know what's in store for our next event, Aftermath.
Oh, I'm sure everything will be coming up. Operation, don't touch the sides. And you know the drill, Juru.
Yeah, that's right. And he's not here, so I'm saying it.
No, you're not.
You can't stop me.
No, but Cass could.
What do you...
Well, according to this, you can say it
Sweet.
if you want fired.
Oh.
All right. Oh, there it is. Amen for AON.